What up, guys? We got a new Coinbase listing. Coinbase is helping the institutions get some good old Bitcoin. You know, that FOMO from institutions is coming. We got some more BTC pairs on Coinbase. And guess what? Bitcoin broke another record yet again. All that and more in this video. Before we get into it, make sure you smash that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest in the crypto space. So diving right into it. As we can see on the monthly chart, Bitcoin has the highest monthly close in the history. As you can see, for November, it closed at around $19,700. I mean, we just had a beat about 13.9, which we beat it, as you can see, massive candle right there. And I mean, we started the month on the downside a little bit, but keep in mind, this candle still has 30 days left. So there's plenty of time for that to come back. But I mean, we saw Bitcoin test that 20K level. We're retracing back a little bit. I mean, personally, I think this is a great buying time. We're coming back off a little bit. I imagine there's a lot of people that held their Bitcoin and they're like, okay, finally broke even. Let's just sell it. Because that's, for some reason, that's what the average person does. Keep in mind, institutional FOMO, phase five from plan B is on its way. When institutions FOMO, it's going to mean some massive, massive gains. So yeah, that right there is yet again another record that Bitcoin broke. So diving into the Coinbase news, we got some updates from Coinbase Pro. It says on December 8th, trading for Algo, Link, LRC, Uni, YFI, and Zcash will all have BTC pairs. Zcash will now have a USD pair, that's something that's pretty cool. So keep in mind, this is just more liquidity, meaning that there's more and more that's demanded for. They're not going to add stuff if there's not liquidity. So they anticipate these will all be liquid enough to have a full running pair. And guess what? That will happen. Loop ring. It's kind of interesting to see that happen. It's nice to see a Zcash is now having a USD pair. That's definitely nice. But hey, I'm sure we're going to see more and more pairs added as time goes on. Hopefully, we get more new listings as well. And something else, Coinbase, they're helping the institutions buy because Coinbase tweeted out Coinbase was selected as the primary execution partner to initiate MicroStrategy's purchase of Bitcoin. Read below. So we go over to the article. Friendly reminder, MicroStrategy Incorporated, they're the ones that bought $425 million worth of Bitcoin at an aggregated price of around $11,111. Keep in mind that they have about approximately $500 billion on their cash sheet, their balance sheet, and they invested 425 into Bitcoin. So that's a massive number that they invested. They took their cash, which is trash, and turned it into something that's great, like Bitcoin. So like this article just goes in to say, hey, how they're helping institutions. Hey, like if they want to buy, the whole thing is you don't want them all buying that large amount at once because then the price of Bitcoin's going to just go up a little bit. So there was multiple purchase orders, and hey, it's pretty cool to see them help out the institutions. Hopefully they can continue helping them out and go from there. And just a friendly reminder with MicroStrategy Incorporated, the CEO, he personally owns a lot of Bitcoin as well. So moving on to the next bit of news for today, Coinbase Pro, once again, they're starting today inbound transfers for NU, which is the new cipher, is launched on Coinbase Pro. So it says on Wednesday, December 2nd, if there's liquidity conditions are met, now you actually be able to trade it. So it probably won't be till the 3rd or the 4th, so it's actually fully liquid. I mean, depending on how many people are transferring and wanting to trade. So I was like, okay, was on the list of possible listings, but isn't something I personally had my eye on. It seems like I keep missing all those, which is a little disappointing, but one day they will definitely happen. So I just want to head over to CoinGecko, see what's going on here. It's definitely a lower end cap, $50 million market cap. And that's with it being up in the last 14 days, 100%. Just in the last 7 days, it's up 90%. So that just means the last 2 weeks, this thing was actually below $25 million market cap. So it's still pretty low. Definitely a lot of room to grow just from a market cap perspective, which I know that's not everything. But, we got a fully diluted valuation of a little over $500 million. Max supply is 3.88 billion. So that's interesting. We have to see circulating supply / max, like what's going on there, the differences. That's something to dive into in a different video. If you guys are interested in that, let me know down in the comments below and I can make that happen. But yeah, this new cipher is kind of like, oh, what's going on? Like, it's Coinbase. You go back on their Twitter, you see we had stuff from 10 minutes ago, 10 hours ago. So just last 24 hours, they had a bunch of stuff, November 30th. So it goes from November 30th to November 5th. They were gone for 25 days, just ghosted us, like gone. Like what's going on? They haven't listed a coin in a while, so it's nice to see them back. Hopefully this means they're gonna list more because I know they listed two at a time. Sometimes it was every Monday they were listing one. Maybe December will be just like August when they list this Monday, next Monday, and next Monday where they keep listing. That would be great. It's always nice to see more coins on Coinbase. Is definitely one of the major exchanges, has a lot of liquidity, and some of these potential listings they have. I mean, I'm sure some of you bought them. I know I bought some of them. You can't buy them all because I mean you only have so much capital to invest. But at the end of the day, though, it like if you would have bought this 2 weeks ago, I mean you're up already 100%. This is even with it listing. Sometimes they're lackluster when they actually list, but hey, it just depends. Some pump before they get listed, some pump afterwards. I think it all depends on how the overall market's doing. And going back to Bitcoin, as we can see, let's go back to the daily. As we can see on the daily, I mean things right now, I mean they're still looking good. At the end of the day, we're down to 18,900. I think that's that's something I need to point out. We're down to $18,900. That's great news if we're down to that, because just think about it. Just a couple months ago, it would have been great to even imagine we were this close to 20K. It just would have been like amazing, especially back in March when we hit under $4,000. People were freaking out. So just imagine we're up from like the lows in August. We're up over 4x, over 4 times gains if you bought it like in that low, and if you did, that was a great call. And yeah, so just checking out like the current prices. I mean, with this listing, if Bitcoin pops up again, because we did see yesterday with those indicators, we're saying that we're still looking good, but it's a weekly chart with those indicators, so don't like updates on the weekly. So we won't see another update until like Sunday night. So like as of right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see New make some major moves. Maybe another 50, 100%. We shall see. Who knows? It could be a massive wick. You know how those things go like on Coinbase Pro. Currently, as I see, you guys can't see the price because of my face. Currently at just under 15 cents, 14.4 cents. We shall see what happens. It's interesting why they chose this. I don't know. They have all those other ones that they said that can be listed. If you want to know the whole list, let me know down in the comments below. I can make that happen as well. So just going back to Bitcoin, let's pull up the monthly again. I just wanted to emphasize how much of a big deal this is. Closing above the 14,000 was such a massive deal, especially on the monthly. I mean, but we didn't just break 14,000. We broke up all the way. We closed at approximately $19,700. I mean that's just such a big deal. If you look at the quarterly, the 3-month chart, every candle here is 3 months. It still has 30 days left because end of December will close this candle. But as we can see, if this would happen, I mean, wow, on the quarterly, another major one, and I can pull up all the other charts. People don't look at like the yearly, the 6 month, and go and check those out as well. But when December closes, I mean that's the yearly chart closes, the 6-month chart closes, the quarterly chart closes, and you got the monthly. So that right there is definitely a massive deal. $18,000, like basically 19K right now. I mean, just grateful for that. Just grateful for being this high. Just amazing. Let me know down in the comments below of any like your opinions about Pro Coinbase, their listings, the new pairs, how they're helping institutions, and what do you think about that? What do you think about this? Bitcoin breaking that record again. Closing above the highest monthly close, above $14,000 is just amazing. Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, this is not financial advice, just pure entertainment, educational purposes only. Smash that like button, subscribe for more content, because the Crypto Homie signing out.